Yep.
The scripture says, "Let us not be weary in well-doing, but in due season we shall reap if we faint not." The next verse says, "As you have opportunity, let us do good to all men, especially those of the household of faith." My brother in the Lord, who passed away, well, maybe a few years back, Brother Gene Wolfe, many of you know. When I got to meet Gene at first, Gene had a favourite saying. I know the saying became old hat, but several years ago, it was the greatest saying in the world. He had this saying, "Keep on keeping on." No matter what you said, no matter what you done, it was keep on keeping on. I love Brother Gene Wolfe, and he had a way of encouraging and building you up and telling you to keep going and don't quit. Let's not be weary in well-doing. In due season we're going to reap if we faint not. Keep on keeping on. My favourite cousin, Billy Martin, and I don't think I ever told him he was my favourite cousin. He was a few years older than me, big guy. He had older friends, bigger friends, Rolly, Charlie, Jimmy, Billy. Billy McCoubrey was one of his close friends who later became the chairman of a famous football club back in Belfast, Linfield Football Club. Billy McCoubrey was the chairman. But these guys were guys that I kind of looked up to. They loved to play football. They loved to play soccer. And I didn't want to play with guys around my age. I wanted to hang out with my big cousin and his buddies because they knew what they were doing. Now, of course, growing up in Belfast, the concrete jungle, I mean, there were no lush fields to play on. You played in the street, and the houses were together, literally hundreds and hundreds of houses, hundreds on one side of the road, hundreds in the other side of the road. We would play right in the middle of the road. One of the biggest whippings I got was for breaking a window with a football. My dad got me and gave me a whipping because I broke the window. Me and me paid for it. But we'd play football every single day. But I remember sitting on the curb watching the big boys play. And I would always try to get into the game. I would shout to Billy, "Billy, can I get in? Can I play?" And he'd say, "Hold on, if we're a man short," and all this stuff. He'd give me all these good answers because he liked me. He was a good guy. He was a nice guy. I don't remember him ever fussing at me or telling me off, but he always had the positive attitude. "We got enough at the moment, just hang in." So I'd sit there and watch the big boys play. I don't know what happened this day, but they didn't have enough for their team. The team was unbalanced. Billy gives me a shout, "Hey, get in here." Man, it was just like, it was unbelievable. So I jumped in there with the bigger guys. Of course, they were playing rings around me. But he grabbed a hold of me and hit me in the back of the head and he says, "Get stuck in. Get stuck in." And I remember this guy coming down with the ball. And for some reason, I guess I was trying to impress my cousin. But for a few moments, I got stuck in. I put my leg in, my knee, my body, my everything, and took the ball away from him. He came up behind me and says, "Good job, get stuck in again." I don't know how long that game went on for. And I probably, if the truth be known, didn't get another kick at the ball. And I don't ever remember being picked for the team again. So I didn't make that big of an impression. But that was my FA Cup final. That was my day. The day that my big cousin hit me in the back of the head and says, "Get stuck in, you're doing a good job." I left there feeling like Geordie Best. I left there feeling like Ronaldo, like some famous, powerful footballer. Really, I was never picked again, I don't think. But I think we all need the encouragement. I think we all need the encouragement to keep on keeping on, to get stuck in there when things are not going right. Marriage, it's difficult to be married today, isn't it? Man and wife, children, the obligations of work, the home, financial relationships and everything else. It's tough being married today. And whenever you're ready to quit, my encouragement to you is get stuck in. Keep on keeping on and don't quit. You're in business, you're working your way up, you're doing great. You finally get that raise, you get that bonus, everything is working out good. All of a sudden the bottom falls out. You're sued, something happens to you. But your whole life is turned upside down, and you get the impression that good guys always finish last. Good guys never win. My message to you is get stuck in. Keep on keeping on. Whenever you're lonely, have you ever been lonely? Whenever you feel the pain of loneliness, sadness, whenever you feel like you can't live another day, we need to hear the words, get stuck in. Keep on keeping on. I got several regrets in my life and several things I wished I had done and other things I wished I had not done. But I remember the phone ringing, and it was a Monday morning. And one of my nicest, best, young, handsome, good-looking friends, Brother Paul, called me on the phone and said, Brother Jack, I need to talk to you. I said, okay, whatever you want. He said, how about tomorrow at 12 o'clock? I said, that's perfect. But then he was hesitant. He said, are you sure? I said, I'm positive. But he was still hesitant. There was something on his mind. There was something in his heart, and I don't know what it was to this day. I wished I'd have said, let's meet now. Let's go and get a cup of coffee right now. But I said, I'll meet you tomorrow. He went home, cut his grass, manicured his lawn, had a shower, put on his aftershave lotion, went behind the barn and killed himself. To this day, I don't know why. I don't know what for. It seemed to me like he had everything to live for. Beautiful wife, wonderful family, beautiful wife, beautiful son, wonderful family. Came to church, loved his football team. Just an all-round good guy. Smiling, seemed happy. Whenever the pain of loneliness is going on so long, whenever you feel there's no hope, you can't hang on one more day. Here's my message to you. Get stuck in. Keep on keeping on. Don't give up. Don't give up. Let's not be weary in well-doing. In due season, we're going to reap if we faint not. Don't faint. Get stuck in. I never made, Luke, the professional team. I never even made the seconds. But that day back in the back streets of Belfast, that was my FA Cup. When my big cousin, who's still living by the way, if I see him, I'm going to tell him he was my favourite cousin. Billy Martin hit me in the head and said, Jack, get stuck in. Don't give up. That's the message. May God bless you. May God keep you strong.